As you know, and as maybe all our fellow Americans know, there's been a rumor going around that Christian Syrians are pro-regime. And I'm here to tell you, that's a lie. As you all know, some of you have lived for a big portion of your life in Syria, as I have, and we got along well. Some of you were there before this regime came along, and you got along well. Christians, Muslims, different sects, different ethnicities. There were never these problems in Syria before this regime, and it will always remain that way. People getting along in Syria goes back in history to even before Christianity, before Islam, before anything. We were there a long time ago, and we're still here. 40, 50 years ago didn't change anything. They can't tell you to get along if you don't already love each other and feel like you're a family. You can look at history. There's never been wars in Syria based on religion. Muslims and Christians never fought each other because of religious differences. They fought their enemies together. They fought the Ottoman Empire, which is a Muslim empire. They fought the French, which is a Christian country. If they cared about religion, would Christian people be fighting France? Would Muslim people be fighting the Turks? No. So this regime doesn't tell you to get along. In fact, it's planting the seed of sectarianism among the people. And we shouldn't listen to them. We shouldn't let them do that. We're smarter than that. Syrian people have always enjoyed being able to be in the political process regardless of religion. I want to remind you all of somebody who was a prime minister of Syria back in the 30s, then later in the 50s. Somebody with the name Faris al-Khoury. Does that sound like the Syrian people care about religion when they choose them? Not to me. This regime is bad for everyone, and I want to remind any Christians who think it's protecting them, it's only protecting the people that listen to them, that do what they want. There's been a lot of Christians who have been mistreated, killed, abused, tortured. There are many examples that we know and many that we don't know. A human rights activist by the name of Michel Kilo, who's Christian, was for a long time tortured by the regime. More recently, as you know, when some actors and celebrities went out and spoke against the regime, they were arrested. Among them is May Scap, who's Christian. A few days ago, a guy by the name of George Sabra was arrested from his house, was dragged by the security forces. George Sabra is a Christian. Does this sound like this regime is protecting Christians? No. So I just want to remind you all that Christians or Muslims, what we are is Syrian first. And just to finish up, I would like to send a message to any Christian Syrians or any minorities in Syria or outside of Syria who are still afraid to speak up against the regime or who are still with the regime for one reason or another. The Syrian people aren't going anywhere. There is no such thing as forever for governments, but the people of Syria have been there for thousands of years and they will be there forever. So stick with your people. And if you're really religious, the Christian religion is all about peace and love, and the regime does neither. So go and take the right side.